Welcome, everyone, to the Co-Creators Convergence Thursday night Creator Convo. I'm Noelle Marshall, and I'm here with my beloved.
Good evening, everyone. Bob Warner here. We're so delighted to have you with us, Claudiu. Very much appreciate you being able to be available to us. Kathy, thank you for bringing yet another person that has gifts for humanity and need to be broadcast live and loud. Thank you for being with us this evening, everyone.
Right. So we're going to learn about the Co-Creative Awakening Summit. And, if you're here in the Zoom room, you can put any questions, comments in the chat. And if you're on Facebook, you can put questions and comments there, and Bob will bring them in. So without any further ado, I want to tell everybody a little bit about the Co-Creators Convergence, and then we'll come back. And Kathy, I will introduce you, as I've done many times, because you've been here many times bringing us such wonderful guests. And then I'll turn it over to you, to you and Claudiu. So hold on just one, stand by. Here we go. So that is a little bit about the Co-Creators Convergence, and you can see we have such wonderful guests coming up. But right now we want to talk about the guests we have with us here in the Zoom room. So I'm going to introduce my good friend, Kathy Mason. All right, Kathy Mason is an Amazon best-selling author, speaker, host of 2 online Facebook shows, and online sales specialist who works with conscious companies to help them grow. She is psychic and intuitive and could see your soul mission and help you create that vision now. So her shows are on Facebook every Tuesdays and Thursday at noon Eastern, 10 Mountain Time. So just tune in to Kathy Mason. But through her company, Mason Works Marketing, she lovingly supports her clients as a seasoned interactive strategy coach and implementer, with a solid background in developing products and publicity across all digital platforms, internet, TV, mobile, in-store marketing, and social networks. She is a high-energy cause marketing expert with over 20 years of expertise at rolling out cutting-edge strategies for business building communications, implementation, training, and book or ebook publication. And you can visit her website at masonworksmarketing.com. So Kathy, thank you so much for being here yet again. And it's always a pleasure. It's a pleasure and it's a treasure.
Oh, you're right. Oh, well, sisters. I mean, sisters and brothers. That's what's so wonderful about this group. My heart is always full when we're together and we giggle. So if Noelle teases me, just know that's just the way it is.
That's just how we roll, right? That's just
yeah. And the thing is that that's also part of the legacy of CCC with Barbara Marx Hubbard, where she wanted us to show up with our personality, our genius, the way it is and just go for it. So that's what we've been doing. And I think how long have you been doing these conversations? 4 years?
No, we've been doing it for about 10 years. This started
Really?
out as the conference calls,
Oh,
but Zoom, whenever that came in, 2016 or something like that, I think that's when, but we have, I don't know, close to 300 of these calls archived on our
Yeah,
website by
yeah.
year, and other special events that we've done that you've been a part of,
Yeah.
World Unity Week and Peace Week and many other things. But
Right.
you have co-created something with our guest, Claudiu.
Yes. Yeah,
And
Claudiu. Well, what I wanted to do first is if we could do a centering, and what I do is what showed up is to do the Akashic Records prayer, which will
perfect.
get everyone into a more unified field,
Mhm.
so we can co-create together tonight. So, and for many people, they're just getting off work or just finishing dinner. So this is a perfect time to just breathe in. You can close your eyes if you want. And I read this prayer that I got from a class that I took with another co-creators convergence person, Darlis Mays. So, and I highly recommend taking classes with Darlis. But anyway, here we go. Let's just breathe this in and relax, and then we'll get to share. I can't wait for you all to meet Claudiu. So, okay, here we go. We align with our divine primordial blueprint with guidance from the galactic Akashic records in all dimensions. All aspects of self are here now. All universal and celestial information and all important memories for our highest good and guidance are available to us now. We have access to all stellar wisdom of light now, delivered by the galactic Akashic record keepers in reverence for the well-being of all life. And so it is. There we go. We align with our divine primordial blueprint with guidance from the galactic Akashic records in all dimensions. All aspects of self are here now. All universal and celestial information and all important memories for our highest good and guidance are available to us now. We have access to all stellar wisdom of light now, delivered by the galactic Akashic record keepers in reverence for the well-being of all life. And so it is. One more time. We align with our divine primordial blueprint with guidance from the galactic Akashic records in all dimensions. All aspects of self are here now. All universal and celestial information and all important memories for our highest good and guidance are available to us now. We have access to all stellar wisdom of light now, delivered by the galactic Akashic record keepers in reverence for the well-being of all life. And so it is. Masters, teachers, and guides, please show us what we need to know. Okay, we're in. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for letting me do that. I love the energy of that. So, and now we've got Claudiu's, all of his energy in there too now. So I am so excited to introduce you to my new friend, Claudiu Murgan, who's he's a student of consciousness, just like I am, and he is very interested in finding our place in the multiverse. His settings in science fiction, fantasy, or eco fiction focus on describing the beauty of Gaia, who demands action from all of us. He's authored 3 fictional novels that were translated into the Romanian language. And Claudiu is Romanian. He lives in Canada now, but he and his wife and kids live in Canada. So his short stories were published in anthologies in the US, Canada, Italy, and Romania. In 2020, Claudiu started the Spiritually Inspired podcast due to a strong calling of bringing the message of other light workers to light. So with that, Claudiu, I'm so glad to have you here and introduce you to my family here on Co-Creators Convergence. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Thank you, Noel and Bob, for having me tonight. And it's quite interesting to see how much challenge one can have by changing one vowel on one's name just to pronounce it. It's interesting because everyone is used to see a O in Claudio instead of U, and it's still a Latin pronunciation, but it's a little bit different.
Well, what's amazing is that Claudio has has a regular job in IT, and he does all this amazing work with publishing books and helping other people publish books. And you might want to tell about that, as well as this fabulous show called Spiritually Inspired, which is, I think, how I found you. So do you want to tell us a little bit about your journey to starting Spiritually Inspired, so we could start? A lot of the people here know about my journey to my show, but if you could tell about yours, that would be great.
Thank you. Yes, so after writing and publishing 3 books, and each of them has a specific message, I think I was guided to write them because their message is very pertinent to the life and the society and the times we are living in. So the first book is called The Decadence of Our Souls, and talks about a decadent world, but the world which has both good and evil, and how different characters travel through their life journey to get to a place where they can find peace and quiet and light, and how everyone is changed along this journey. The second and the third books are about water and the environment and the climate that is changing every single day, and we can see that. I also mentioned the reasons why the environment is changing, and I'm also working on the third novel in the water series. But in my book, water becomes a character, a living, breathing character, and she takes charge and punishes us for our misdeeds. So she's very protective of Mother Earth, of Gaia, and she's trying to teach us a lesson, sends us a message saying enough, it's enough. You have to change the way of doing things. Otherwise, I'm going to cleanse myself, or help Mother Earth to cleanse herself, and have less of you, start fresh, have a reset, and do it in a different way. So yes, these are the books which are part of the bundle. And also my short stories have a very indigenous slash nature related character. There is something within me that is triggered by what's going on in the world, and I have to bring light to the indigenous trauma all over the world. Doesn't matter that it's North America or South America or Australia. And this trauma, I think, is still haunting us as humanity, and I don't think we are going to heal it anytime soon. And I was talking to a guest recently, and she said that yes, her Mother Earth needs a healing, and we need a healing along with Gaia, to heal this trauma that happened in the last 400 to 500 years, and even longer than that. So then realizing that my message is not going out as I expected, I decided to start a podcast, and I knew nothing about podcasting. I didn't have any equipment. I just had to go online and read a little bit about what's involved. So like any other newbie, I bought the green screen, I got the mic and everything else. And I started very rough, and you can go to the first, 20 episodes, you will see, you can make the difference between those and then 2 years later, and then 3.5 years later, the changes are organic. And I learn a lot from day one. I learn a lot from my guests. And I think in less than a week after my decision was taken, I had the logo. I had a list of 4 or 5 guests, which were close friends in the spiritual community. We met through Vision Seekers webinar, which was held at that time by Hank Wesselman. And we kept in touch, and they are much older than me, and have a much more experience than me, and they're able to provide a lot of guidance through the first episodes and share their experience, spiritual experience, through the first 4 or 5 episodes. And from there, everything rolled very organically. I reach out to other interesting names and personalities, and they're very kind to accept my invitation. And today I am around 172, 173 interviews, and there are some recognized names on my podcast. And recently I had Lynn McTaggart interviewed, Wade Davis. I'm scheduled to interview Dr. Bruce Limpton in July, fingers crossed. So people are hearing about the podcast, and it's kind of a word of mouth type of effect. And I'm quite pleased. I mean, I have enough material to post 2 interviews a week, but I don't have enough resources to be able to do that. But again, it's an interesting experience. It's a joyful experience for me. I learn every single time I interact with a guest. And we have a very open, natural discussion. And because I like to do my research, they are amazed by the questions I bring forward. And sometimes they admit, I've never been asked this question before. And that gives me joy and gives them joy. And some of them say, you know what, I would like to come back. Let me know when you are available, maybe in 2-3 months, I'll come back. And recently I interviewed Rabbi Cantor Judy Greenfeld from the USA. And again, I read a lot of spiritual books and a lot of antique scrolls which were translated. So I can have a decent conversation with these individuals who went to school on this subject. So sometimes when I bring something new, they are quite amazed, and they take notes, and I send them the links to the books. And that makes me feel very good that I can at least aspire to be somewhere at their level and have a decent and interesting interaction with them. And then I have amazing light workers like Kathy that send their clients my way. And I am speechless when I talk to some of these guys, because the energy is so powerful and it affects me. And sometimes I cry during these interviews, and it's very interesting, is releasing the energy, and whatever blockages I have, they are being released through these discussions. And I get gifts from them, a book or a meditation, and it's worthwhile. And that's why I really enjoy it, and I continue to do this work. And then when I get an invitation from, again, the wonderful Kathy saying, do you want to co-host a summit? I say, why not? I've never tried before, so it will be another learning curve for me. And this is how we put together the Co-Creative Awakening Summit.
Perfect, perfect. So you can tell from hearing Claudiu that both of us are still learning. We don't come into our interviews or our work with people feeling like we know everything they know, but it's really a chance for us to keep growing and learning, and so we're kind of representing the audience in a lot of ways, where we get to ask the questions you would ask if you were sitting right where we are. So,
Yes.
but when we put together this Co-Creative Awakening Summit, what was different about it was we both picked 6 people, which it's hard to only pick 6 people after doing all these interviews. So we had a wonderful opportunity of expanding both of our clients and our audience visibility by doing it this way, because Claudiu has a lot of people that are from Canada that I've never met before. And I had a lot of people from all over that Claudiu had never met, because I've been doing this for 24 years. Wow. Um, so anyway, so
You
why
started
don't,
when you're 4 years old. We know
yes,
that.
yeah. Thank you. I love you. But it's been a total joy. There hasn't been any difficulties with this. When we asked people, the people that we asked jumped on it, were incredibly generous, were responsive at every level. When you say Claudiu, I mean, that's how you know that it's all supposed to happen. It just flows, right?
Yes, and something else I like to add is when we do this interview, we come from a place of humbleness and from the place where we want to learn, and they feel it because we don't put them in a corner with tricky questions. We let them talk. It's not about us, it's about them and their message and their product and their services. And we're there just to guide the discussion. And I had interviews where I asked 3 questions. That's it. And I let the guest talk for 15 minutes nonstop, and I had no problems. I just listen and I learn. And
Yeah.
that's why they like to come back, because we let them talk and we are there to guide the discussion.
Well, and I think both of us feel very strongly about the quickening that's happening right now, where people are starting to wake up to the reality that we aren't victims of what happens, that we're actually the co-creators of everything. And so we wanted to get these teachers and guides and brilliant people that have pieces of the puzzle get their information out at this pivotal time so that people could have it and actually find their guide. Because I believe that a lot of people after the lockdown, a lot of people have not gone to church again. They're looking for their spiritual North Pole, and they're using a compass. And so what Claudiu and I both did was try to find people that we wanted to make available to those people waking up. So it's good for people that are already on their spiritual journey and have been on their journey for a long time, but it's really amazing for people that are just waking up. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, and in fact, there is something for everyone in that bundle. From the books, my books and your books, they start something, a light reading, and then they go into a meditation, then they go into maybe another book from Jason or one of the courses he offers, or something from David and Viveka. So again, there is something can be scaled up if you buy the bundle and look at those you are resonating with. And you can take your time and try it and see what works for you. And then you can deepen that knowledge and that experience by going to that particular guest or finding similar guests and deepening your path and
Right.
understanding.
Right. Well, what I'd like to do is show the summit page and then go to the bundle page. But I wanted to explain that there's so many bundles, and as Claudiu had said, he's got a large portion of interviews on his YouTube channel. I've got I think 800 videos altogether on mine after all these years. And we wanted to do something more than that. So the interviews that we've done, in a lot of cases, if they were a healer, they did a mini healing. If they had a toolkit, they gave us one taste of it. So what the idea was is that the summit was your idea of, introducing people to these resources. And then the bundle is the deep dive that once you decide that this is something more you want to know, you can really, and wait till you see the bundle, you guys. It's remarkable how generous these people just, they opened up their hearts and donated stuff to our bundle so that we could bring this to you. So do you have anything to add while I'm sharing the screen?
No, it's just a matter that you guys can go and check the prices on our guest's website, and you can see that if you add up, we didn't make up that final amount which is listed in the bundle in terms of the value. These prices are real, and as Kathy mentioned, yes, they were very generous. The guests were very generous with their offering because they want everyone to change and change their mindset, change their look at their world and their surroundings and how they can change their life.
Right, right. And that's definitely the idea of it being wisdom and wellness is really a core theme for all of this, because we want people to be inspired with the wisdom, but to choose wellness. And that's really super important to both of us. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that our event is sponsored by Eric Thompson of Subtle Energy Sciences. And Subtle Energy Sciences will show you some of his products when we show the bundle. But Eric Thompson used to share an office space and a floor of a building that I was in. And we did lots of things in 2016 together. And he is a genius with knowing how to use scalar type energy in images and embed them into sound and into art. And so you can use some of his images in sound, working behind the scenes while you're working on your computer. You can have music or tones running, or you can have the image as your screensaver and actually using the EMFs to help you instead of hurt you. So anyway, so I want to put a shout out to him. I just love his work and have been using it myself since 2016. But here's a little picture of some of the things on the bundle. We'll go to that page, but wanted you to see, we'll scroll down here because it's a little easier picture to see of all the people that participated in the bundle. There are 14 experts, and what we found is each one of them have such a different perspective on wisdom and wellness. And it's almost like a collage or a puzzle, isn't it, Claudiu? I mean, fascinating, because we hardly talked to each other about who we were picking.
Exactly. Each of them brings a new perspective. They have their own field Maybe there is a little bit of overlap, but just a little bit. And they are experts in their fields, and they are recognized experts in their field. And something else which is unique about our project is that the interviews are there for free for you to listen to. And Kathy and I, we discussed that we're going to leave them there for free for a long time. So anyone can just go and listen. You can sign up so you can stay updated with any other events we're going to put together. But you just listen them at your own leisure anytime.
Right.
You can maybe download them or just listen them on the background while you're doing something else, and you're going to still benefit from it.
Right, right. And all you do is you go to this co-creativeawakeningsummit.com page and click on this listening here, opens another page with the video on it and the full bios and the links to each person's site. So if you want to go deeper, we've definitely want to be a resource for people to open up their heart and show up in a beautiful way. So you can see this is all of the sessions. Again, just beautiful work. And we'll go into it a little bit more in the bundle. But from near-death experiencing to Kundalini awakenings, to plant medicine, to sacred geometry. I mean, we've really covered a lot of bases with all the opportunities for people to clear deep trauma, which this is the time that we need to do that. And so this is how you can see, this is the summit page. And then if you go to the very top or push any of the other buttons, there's a bundle page, and I'll click that now. Unless, Claudiu, did you want to say anything before we go to the bundle page?
No, we can just
Okay.
skip to the bundle.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So what this is each one of those speakers contributed some of the people, they were over $150 or more gifts to this bundle. And the bundle is once you purchase it, it's only $49. The contents are worth over $1,000. Once you see here, if you want Claudiu's books, just his books are worth doing this for, right? I mean, my
Correct.
stuff too,
Yeah.
that it's much more value. And Jonathan Goldman, who is world famous, he has World Sound Healing Day on February 14th, and he's been in the sound healing business for 40 years. He actually has a organization, an International Association of Sound Healers. He started in the 80s. Such a visionary. Anyway, he donated this beautiful half-hour long meditation. He also shared this Power of the Hum, which if you hear my interview with them, they use it all the time to keep happiness in their home.
And they even wrote a book about the humming effect.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But if they have a little difference of an opinion, they and it and it works. And they, I think they giggle afterwards. But anyway, and then this is a documentary that tells about his healing scientific information. And it's a live session at the Star House. And Noelle's been to the Star House. Many of us in this area have been to the Star House. So that's a recording from there. Then the next one is from Tamara Oviatt. And Tamara Oviatt does a wonderful process called sacred activations. And Tamara came and stayed at my house for 3 weeks, I want to say in 2016. And she now has 90,000 practitioners worldwide from when she stayed at my home then and was getting started. She put together this program that is perfect for people that are worried about the after effects of the vaccine or any of those technologies that people are worried about. This program, which if you go on her website, you'll see it's $156 on her website, is 6 different sacred activations that you download, and all you do is listen to them, and they're super powerful. And I can tell you, I'm a practitioner of Tamara's, and the stuff is remarkable. It's almost like you're a computer, and this is a defrag for that section of your computer. The sacred activations are 8 to 10 minutes long. They're not long. It's not like a half an hour meditation. So anyway, I highly recommend that. And then this is what I was talking about with Eric Thompson's company, Subtle Energy Sciences. This is amplified tachyon field, and it has this image is embedded with information that will be delivered to your physical body that your body can use. So this is, and it's scientifically proven. And tachyon, here's Gabriel Cousins, he's an MD. He wrote this book. If you get on their website, or get on their newsletter, each newsletter has scientific information. Eric when I first met him, he was working with Ken Wilber for the integral community, creating brain enhancement work. That's how he got started. And now he's got a whole programs of health, wellness, lifestyle, everything. Then the other thing he offered is digital CBD. And if anyone's using CBD oil, they know how expensive that can be to work on chronic pain. This is digital. So it comes in 16 different formats. So you can use it on your phone, on your computer. You can listen to it as an auditory. It's amazing. And seriously, you won't believe how strong this stuff is. I love this work. So is it okay if I keep going, Claudiu? And then
Please go ahead.
Okay. So the next one is my personal healer and friend, Fran Bailey. She created 2 things for us. One is a video that she's selling on her website called Symmetry. And Fran is a remarkable medical intuitive. She created a type of healing called the Shiva method. And the Shiva method is all about your physical body. So many people in the ascension community, spiritual community, sort of forget that this vessel, this divine vessel, is what we're going to use to ascend in this time, and that it tells us things and we can work with it to refine and tune ourselves up. And this is a 25-minute video that she puts you through a standing workout. It's mostly stretching, but you're working with your chakras to determine where you may have stuck energy. And in 25 minutes, if people did this before they went to work, oh my, I mean, it's remarkable. Anyway, and that's $97 on her website. Then she also made this beautiful meditation just for us on body, mind, heart, and soul regeneration and transformation, which again is the time. This is the time for us to do all that. The next one is Trisha Barker. Trisha Barker Barton, she's gotten married, is a near-death experiencer that I met through my IONS, which is the International Association for Near-Death Studies, group, beautiful, beautiful woman who wrote a book called Angels in the OR. And she works with angelic beings and does healings. She created a community. And when I was with her several times at Ions, people just love her energy. She's just this beautiful being of light. And so she's donated 12 months of membership to her community in part of this bundle. Yeah. So, and once you get in the bundle, you can get these meditations that she's created. There's worthiness and healing, freedom and unconditional love, throat and heart chakra clearing, angelic healing, balancing divine masculine, divine feminine, healing inner child wounds, protection from narcissistic abuse, discovering your soul's purpose, embodying an elevated consciousness, winning your race in this incarnation, gratitude and abundance. And then she does more of these every month. So, and she's been on Good Morning America, on the Today Show. She's quite amazing. So this was a huge gift for her, a generous gift. Then the next person is Brian Besco, who is a sacred geometry expert. And I've got his stuff everywhere. I'm sitting on some of it, but whoops, here's one. He knows how to use copper and other metals in formations like the flower of life, like the image on here, that generate energy and help you create a remembrance of who you really are. His product that he's sharing, he didn't do a physical product, he did a digital product, is a course that he did on the shadow work. And I can't wait to take it myself. I mean, his energy, if you ever get to meet him, when I first saw him, I think Shelley Darling may have said something about him. A lot of the dowsers know Brian Besco. And when I first saw his work, he had an ascension chamber, and he's in South Dakota and I'm in Colorado. And I asked, I called him up out of the blue and said, how far is South Dakota from Boulder, Colorado? I have to be in that chamber. And he's like, who is this lady? And he says, oh, you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to be in Colorado next weekend for a show. So we signed up, 3 of us signed up to be in his ascension chamber. And so his work, he's a master at his work. So next up, and that course is $132 on his website. Okay, now Claudiu.
Yes, so Dr. Jason Loken is a naturopath doctor. In fact, I was his client for a number of years while he was living in Toronto, Ontario. Now he moved to BC due to the fact that legislation in Canada is becoming tighter and tighter for this type of practitioners. So along with his wife, they created a private membership association in order to be able to treat clients/patients unencumbered by medical associations. So he's offering a course. You subscribe to his association for free, and then you have access to all the perks, including a free course about how to live a better life. And he has a number of books also you can have access to. And he's open-minded individual. He lives on the land at this point. He's trying to create his own garden. He recently acquired beehives to make his own honey. So you're gonna learn a lot from Dr. Loken. Next, you have my books. I talk about them. So Water Entanglement is volume 1. Crystal Cloud is volume 2. And I'm working on, I'm writing volume 3. Then The Decadence of Our Souls. Also, I wrote an ebook about how I transition from writing to podcasting, and hopefully it will help others to work through this transition and get more exposure through podcasting.
Wonderful, wonderful. I can't wait to read all your books. This next section is there's 7 meditations from David Maria and Vivica Sophia. And David Maria is one of my teachers. I took several classes from him, specifically a class called Freedom from the Known. And quite a few of these meditations are from that class. And he sells them, the recordings on his website for $22 each. But when I took the classes, he was charging $700 or more to take the 12 classes together, and here are 7 of them. So this is truly remarkable work. I feel so different after doing it. It will melt ego, fear, false fear. David, I believe, and Vivica are portals to remembering who you really are. Their energy has just gotten stronger and stronger, where they kind of, it's like your soul gets a taste through these recordings, and then you go back again. and once you remember it, you can't kind of forget it. The other thing I want you to know is that even though I have been in all of the live classes, I definitely go back and use these recordings. They are very strong. So just because you didn't get to do it live doesn't mean you won't get all the benefits. You'll get more than you can even believe. Removing the fear body is so good for right now, because what he does is the fear body, he actually has you pull it off of you like it's a blanket, you pull it out and it's on top of you, and then your angels and guides take it away. And the lightness of being is palpable. And fear is really the virus we have to worry about right now, not not all this other stuff that's going on. It's all theater. So this is really important. If people have chronic pain, they'll love removing the pain body. Cleansing the spinal ascension column. This is for people that may have a lot of fear about the Kundalini experience. This will clear the pathways so that when you do open up that pathway, it doesn't disorient you and make you, a lot of people have ascension flu after that pathway is open. And this is a loving, easy way to have that opening. Then these are new, this is new work, loving your inner child, which of course, we were supposed to be in a playground. We got to get back to that. And
yeah, I took that one. I did that one.
Did you like it?
Yeah, and the next 2, the Diamond, Sun, and Heart, and the Still Point, very powerful. I can tell you my body was shaking all the time, releasing whatever's supposed to release. So
yeah, but what I want people to know is that we block things and we make it harder. We're making it harder on ourselves with our thoughts than it really needs to be. All you do is process, and then you're free. So, right? I don't know how to explain that any better, but do you?
yeah,
Claudia?
and I suggest people will lay down either on a couch or on the floor when they do these 3 at least these 3 I tried.
All of them.
Because you don't know how your body will react, and sitting in a chair is not recommended, again, in my opinion.
Well, what I would find is that I got to take them on Saturdays, and I would give myself 2 hours afterwards. And it was like, oh, good, I get to do it on Saturday. So, so that's what, give yourself some space to really enjoy and reconnect to who you really are. And it's so easy. It's so easy. You don't need special clothes or special food or any ceremony. You just listen and it works. Okay, so now Claudiu,
Yeah,
you
so
help.
Tracy L. Clark is well known not only in Canada but abroad as well. She was born very sick, and the doctors didn't give her a long lifeline. But you know what? She was very determined to change her mindset, to get out of a toxic marriage with two children. And even if she was successful in business and sold her business for a healthy amount, she still couldn't move forward because of her medical condition. And the moment she started to let herself be in the light of God and with the divine, and have a little bit more faith that she can change her reality and the perception of her environment, everything started to change for her. So now she is in a permanent connection with spirit. She's guided, and she offered a meditation to release the negativity within us, and be a much better person. She's on TikTok. She has her own amazing community, and she offers a lot of other free meditation on short meditations on TikTok and Instagram. But this one is specifically to release negativity. And then we have the uh, Aluna Lua from Brazil. So it's very hard to characterize Lua because she's so different. Again, she is one of the youngest guests on the summit. And of course, like when she was very young, maybe 18, 19, living a life of decadence, if I can say so. And she acknowledged that, you know, a little bit of drugs and partying and not caring for her body. She had the chance to meet with a shaman, and the shaman said, I can help you to change your life and become who you're supposed to be if you want to change. And she was wise enough to say yes. And she also she moved to the USA to bring the knowledge and the wisdom of the South America country like Brazil to the USA. And now she also built a community. She travels to Brazil to learn more. She considers herself a curandera, but she's learning every single day. And she has a course, and she offered certain modules from that course. So if you enjoy these first four modules, you can take the remaining ones.
Great. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait to learn more about that.
And Cristiana El Traian is a fellow Romanian, and she's training as a breatharian. She trained with Jazz Muhin from Australia. She also does a pranic festival in Romania. She organized a pranic festival in India, out of all places. And she is very welcomed in India. And also she organizes sun tours in Romania, going through all the energy potent places in the Romanian mountains, the Carpathians. And she also offered a meditation and more explanation about what she's doing with her programs. And Olga Radochai is also very, it's a well-versed shaman and energy healer. She uses sound healing. She uses like crystal balls. She's a herbologist as well. And for the bundle, she offered this shamanic meditation for chakra clearing. And I tried that one as well. And I also had some a movement in my body when I listened to it.
Good.
Elizabeth Wood, I think, is also well known. She takes part in a lot of summits, and she has a program where she details the 12 light bodies. She has a full program which she teaches. She lives in Ecuador these days with her family, and she offered the first part of the 12 light body course. So if you like that, then you'll be enticed to go for more.
And I was so excited when Claudiu had Elizabeth Wood. I'm a huge fan of hers, but I haven't gotten to interview her yet before. And so that was such a treat to have her. You'll find these people right away, you'll see how down to earth they are. They're not putting on airs. They're totally in service. They're really non-egoic. This is not a show. This is not somebody copying somebody else. These are people authentically showing up with their genius. And you'll see which ones you resonate with. And hopefully then you'll want to go deeper. But honestly, these are great starts as they are. Then the last thing is some magical reports that I wrote. The believe in yourself, dream big, and productivity boost. And inside them are links to either videos or little mini courses that you can take, affirmations that allow you to keep on your path. Because once you get inspired listening to all these people, it takes a lot of faith to keep going. And especially with all the chaos, if you're sensitive and all the chaos in the world, I just wanted to add, a little 3D, 6D stuff together as I do, so that people would have that. And that value is $141. So, and Elizabeth's was 100. So you can see how we added all this up to $1,000 when all of these people donated. I mean, some quite remarkable things. So, Claudiu, do you have anything else that you'd like to say?
I mean, it might look
here?
overwhelming at first to see so much information and knowledge and wisdom in one place. But my suggestion is get an accountability buddy, buy the bundle together, and do these meditations together. Or you can take turns. You can have a schedule, a weekly schedule, and that you take it one step at a time, and won't feel that overwhelming in the end. And you end up with a lot of knowledge and wisdom. You become better, and you'll be able to share this with others.
That's perfect. The other thing you can do is by listening to the recordings, the summit recordings, you'll get a feeling, you'll get a tap on the shoulder that there's something more for you. And so that's where the way I would do it is I would go first to those and see what else is there, for what gifts, what surprises are there. But we did think through inviting these people, and we were so honored that they said yes. And we just want as many people as possible to benefit from this. And that's why we're so grateful, Noelle, that you reached out and gave us a chance to share it to your audience.
Thank you.
Well, thank you both. And I will say that this is a very different Thursday night for us. But I love being introduced to new people, and I did know some of them. Some of them have been on with us before, particularly recently, Fran Bailey and the Shiva method we did, and David Maria and some of the others. But I think what you said, Kathy, is really good, because I was sitting there going like, oh my God, how do I do all this stuff? I want all this stuff, but how do I get the time to? But what you said about listening to the, so if I understand it, is that the bundle is above and beyond just listening to their talks. Is that
Yes.
correct? Are
Right.
each one of them about an hour long, or how long are those?
They tried to be, they're, well, we tried to do 40 something minutes and it didn't always work, but that's what we tried. But what you'll see is, that there's kind of a thread of all of this of awakening. The whole thread is wisdom and wellness, paths to healing, and that is awakening. That is us awakening to our connection to the universe. It goes totally in line with Barbara Marx Hubbard's work
Oh,
and so
absolutely.
many of the leaders, that the way showers from our last generation and us old people. So we're just want to be big mouths and get the information out as much as possible, because there is a feeling right now of there's a change coming, and we want to be people to be grounded and happy and able to co-create that change together from a grounded place.
Yes, we give alternative ways of healing to those who are looking for them. And I have guests who came on the show and said, I was diagnosed with brain cancer, and the doctors opened me up. They scoop it up a little bit, and then they said, there is nothing else we can do for you. So I had to take my life in my own hands and go out there, find different alternative ways of healing. I spent some money, but I am a survivor, and the cancer is gone, and I feel much better, and I'm almost, let's say, 90% back to what I used to be. I understand that I have some limitations, but I can still do ballroom dancing. I can still do my missionary work. I can still read a book and talk to people. And I have most of my faculties and motor functions. And this is not due to the traditional or allopathic medical system, but to alternative ways. And today I listened to a documentary about the Biwiti community in Congo. And there is a shaman, and he goes in the forest, and he says there is a tree and a plant for every single disease we have in the world. And he started scrapping a little bit of bark off several trees, and he said, this is for women who cannot have children. This is when you have stomach ache. This is for this. I mean, he knew everything.
Wow.
And he brought all these plans together for us to heal. So, and for him, it was his desire and his purpose to help his community. He wasn't asking for anything in return. He was the shaman. He was well respected.
Now, was he one of the guests?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
No.
just listened
I
to
was
the
going like,
documentary.
which one was that?
No,
No,
I'm researching for interviewing Tricia Eastman. She's a shaman and teacher, and she had this link on her website, and was part of my research, preparing for her interview.
So
well,
do you still have
Fran,
a, go ahead.
Fran Bailey cured herself from cancer.
Yes, I remember
So,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
there are people that are on this that have been able to, it's not the Joe Dispenza think it away kind of thing. This is much more spiritual union with the divine essence of who you are. And so there's a lot of, I mean, the wisdom and wellness allows you to also create spiritual connection.
Well, I
Yes,
think what you all put together is just quite amazing.
Thank
Did
you.
this just come together like you worked on
Yeah.
this 6 months, or came together in 6 weeks, or?
Sort
we
of.
cannot tell you that, because then people won't appreciate it.
No,
Well,
we,
it's a
but
beautiful
we've
work
been
of
doing
art.
this for a while, and there was so much common goals between Claudiu and I to focus on the good during these times and to bring attention to the empowerment side of our lives rather than the victim side of our lives. So that's what drove it all. Wouldn't you say, Claudiu?
Yes, and the fact that we share the work, it happened much faster. And we don't have to do like one-man show to do everything. That is impossible, not impossible, but it will take you, as you said, 2, 3, 4 months. But when you have two people pulling in the same direction and sharing the work, it's much, much easier.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've done a fantastic job, and this is the type of co-creation that Barbara Marx Hubbard always dreamed of. I wouldn't say she was the greatest at doing it, but she knew how to orchestrate the people to do it. Let's just say
Well, she was a visionary. She was a
Yeah.
visionary and a futurist, and she was a cheerleader for everyone to go ahead and do it. And that's, we're cheerleaders too, but we're also consumers. I mean, I can't wait to do all of this.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know a lot of the people, but I can't wait to do all these meditations and do all the work, take the classes on the shadow work and the shamanic work. I think everyone will benefit if they're drawn to it. And also if it's a family, this could be something that you could all do together rather than watching Netflix or the news together, to do one of these processes together could be pretty powerful.
Yeah, or any political debates. Yeah, just stick to the same.
Try to stay away from that right now.
You can't hear, can you hear him in the background?
No, I made
No,
sure. But yeah, what you said about accountability buddy, is really a great way to, to approach it. And
Yes, because we have accountability bodies when we write. For those who kind of slackers and they want to be motivated, you get a body and that he will or she will push you to write every day or every week. So I think in this particular case, this strategy applies too.
yes.
right. Well, I'm just really glad that you all came, even though it is very different from our usual, but but I still really enjoyed and pretty much in awe of what you put together, just and what it can do if people take the leap. And what is so generous, I think, on your part is that letting all of those their talks be free. But I did see something was expiring June 30th. What is that?
Well, that's what we put for the bundle, but we're starting to get so many testimonials and compliments on it. We may extend the bundle. We were going to have it, so I'll back up. It's unusual to have a summit and a bundle together. And this is the first time I've ever done that, but it seemed like it was the perfect thing to do. It was twice a work as doing just a summit, because you know what doing a summit's like.
Right, right.
But what's we just don't want to cut anyone out if they're on vacation, if they're doing stuff with their kids. We want people to have enough time to be able to get the bundle. So that originally, Claudia and I just talked about it yesterday, and you were the one who suggested that maybe we go 2 more weeks or longer. So we're probably, that's originally we have on the website, it says June 30th. And but I think we're going past that.
Yeah, I think that would be great. A lot of summer activities going on, and the 4th of July craziness, et cetera, that I think it would be good to, from my own selfish point of view, I think it'd be a good idea to extend it, because it's really such a gift. It's such a beautiful, generous. It's more than generous. Good God.
Well, this is a
It's
God
a
job.
boatload.
That's what Claudiu told you, what he's been doing with his interviews. And I've been doing mine all these years. This is really from our hearts. And we really didn't want to sit by and just watch all of this chaos take over. We wanted to do something. So we did.
It's really like a self-care bundle as well,
Yeah.
because you have the wisdom and the health and it really is something. It's like a giant toolbox, really, of what you need to get through these times.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's so easy, so incredibly easy to go down the rabbit hole, down and I think there are a lot of people that are doing this and they just don't know where to find that, that safety, that lifesaver that's out there. And this is really a giant lifesaver. If you,
Thank you.
if you grab hold and take advantage of it. So I would highly encourage anyone. I know we're, going to get one. I saw the summit was going on. I listened to a few of them, but I didn't get the bundle part. So
Yeah, that's what,
glad
yeah,
that
and
you're
that's
here
probably,
tonight.
we'll probably do this again. This was a good learning tool, but honestly, the opportunity for us to be empowered right now could really help thousands of people. They said, when David Hawkins says one person at 1,000, his frequency at 1,000 affects 100,000 people. That's what we're talking about, is that the people that do the work now, they're not going to have, if there is a solar blast, if there are frequencies, they're going to have their vessel be more clear. They won't have the obstacles or the sickness that may occur. I mean, we're all in this together, and these people have recipes for wellness. They do. So we were just, this was really a wacky idea that I came up with.
Came up with, you're famous for.
Yeah. Life's never boring.
You found the perfect partner.
Yes, he's wonderful. And you can see, and once you go to his YouTube channel, you'll see how aligned this all is. I mean, there's no ego, there's inquiry, and it's for the highest good of all. It's not this is not a manipulation, it's a gift.
Well, Bob put in the chat, this is inspiring to see others step into their unknown edge of inviting conscious conversation, that which is important in these tumultuous times.
That's right. That's right.
So,
well,
yeah.
And to focus on what you can do. See, the thing is their unknown edge. There's so many distractions that would prefer for you to be giving energy to their agenda, and that's not what we're here for.
Absolutely.
And if we consider ourselves as rough diamonds, exposing ourselves to this type of knowledge and wisdom is going to make us shine, and will become what we're supposed to be, in alignment with the divine and the spirit.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I feel it, baby. I feel it.
Yeah.
Very grateful.
Yes. So hopefully people will watch this, they'll share it, or they'll just go to the website and share the website. We know you will be thrilled. We just are so excited how it all came into place, and we know that everyone, I mean, I'm seriously getting every day people saying, oh my God, I can't believe how fabulous this is. And it's like, tell everybody, right?
Yeah, we're blabbermouths for good. You know that. That's our fun. That's our joy.
We should use that as a tagline.
Yeah,
Blabbermouth for good.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, Kathy, the website again is.
Co-creativeawakeningsummit.com.
Mhm.
And then if you go to that front page, there's a link on the front page on the navigation for bundle. And then there's also buttons as you go down the page. And please just enjoy the blessings that are given. This is a huge gift. And just want the next generation to be more loving and kind and creative, co-creative. So this is our way to do that.
Absolutely. Because that's how we evolve. So you've evolved the whole process of delivering information, you two. You know, you said this is the first time you did a bundle with a summit. So, you know, very, very good. Barbara will be very proud.
She'd be going, what do you think? But
Yeah.
seriously, we really, really appreciate the chance to share our enthusiasm for these people's work and to come on the show, Noelle, and let your community know about this because your community gets it. I mean, when we're in circle together, everyone's in the field, the unified field, and they want to co-create. That's what this is. This is tools to help you co-create your best life. And it's time.
It is time.
Noel, thank you very much, and thank you to Bob as well.
Yes.
It was our joy to have you here, and but I have to ask one question. Probably, I don't know if you've been asked this in your podcast before, but Claudiu, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
All right. Oh, very spiritual color, eh?
I'll tell you a very funny story.
Yeah.
I
Oh, I
met
love it.
my wife in high school. So we've been married 30 years this year. And when we were dating, without talking to each other, we both, at least 2 times, were dressed in blue, top to bottom. And people were looking at us saying, what the heck is going on? Are you part of a team? But it just happened to be dressed in blue at the same time. Pants, t-shirt, it was unbelievable.
Well,
So
no wonder it's your favorite color. See, it brought up a beautiful story. I love it.
well, can you and his wife and he met in high school in Romania and left. I mean, think how courageous that was to leave Romania and come to Canada together and with their family.
Wow. That
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm glad
yeah, and
you're closer to us.
yes.
Well, final words before we close for tonight. This has just been a beautiful evening, and I'm happy that we're going to be able to. I know there have been people on Facebook, and we have about, I don't know, 700 subscribers on our YouTube channel that'll go out to. And I'm just going to do some word of mouth too, you know, to
Thank you.
Thank you.
let people
Yeah.
know the amazing, amazing
Yes.
gifts.
That's what we were hoping because we can only brag so much. We need help. We need help. Well, it's just that we want to, I mean, there were times where Claudiu and I are talking to people and we get off and we dance at our desks and then go, oh my God, I just got so and so. You know, I mean, it was like that. It was all just the energy of it was
Well, it's
total
not just that you
enthusiasm.
got them, but those contributions they made. Holy
Right.
mackerel.
That's right. Yeah.
And Noel, you're asking how long it took us. I mean, it's always, you know, that say, if you want things to be done, give it to a busy person. It was pretty much always.
Yes, both of us. So, yes.
Yeah. Well, very good. Well, thank you so much for sharing your treasure chest
Thank you.
with us tonight. And I'm certainly going to do my best to promote it and just,
Thank you.
not promote, I don't even like to use that word, but just be a blabbermouth for good. Let everybody know that this is just an amazing offering. I mean, I hate to sound like, no, it's just truly amazing.
It
So
is.
thank you both for the hard work I know that you had to put into it, all the coordination, all the gifts, all of that you did beautifully. So
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone, for being part of the solution.